No. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen,
Go
our
ahead.
first guest is pulling up to give you all things looks and fashion. He is a fashion blogger, media personality, and reality TV star on the cast of Chasing Dallas. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary alike, and vampires, because I don't know why we're excluded. Welcome to the Pink Clubhouse, Shawn Lorde.
Hey y'all. Thank y'all for having
Welcome,
me
Shawn.
on y'all Pink Clubhouse. Oh, I'm excited.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on. Shawn, again, welcome to the show. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself for those that may not be familiar with who
Well,
you
for
are?
those who don't know me, my name is Shawn. Well, my name is Keyshawn, but I go by Shawn. You know, Shawn and Keyshawn is O. So I take both, but my government is Keyshawn. But I'm born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been in Dallas for about a year and a half now.
She was there.
A little bit about me. So I have an education background. I've been in education for about 4 years. Yeah, about 4 years. And right now, and what the people I guess see like on Chasing Dallas is that I have like a fashion blog, or like I'm a fashion blogger, and I'm definitely into that. But I also got some other new things.
Really weird lately.
My bad, somebody was calling me. But I have some other things that I'm working on now, and I can't wait to showcase and give to everybody as well. I feel like I'm a jack of all trades.
Right. And obviously people are buzzing you, so you are a jack of all.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to be. That's the goal. I want to always stay booked and busy at all times.
Right. And you mentioned that several times on the show, but what I want to ask you is, you are the CEO and founder of the House of Lorde, which apparently I haven't been invited to. Tell us about it and what inspired it, because I'm
Well,
Lorde.
come on in. You know, we open every Sunday, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. services.
Okay.
What made me think of House of the Lord? Because okay, of course my Instagram name, well, all of my social media's names is Shawn Lorde and everything. And when I was thinking about it, back in Atlanta, like about 2 years ago, I was like, oh my gosh, like what kind of sets me apart from like others? When I tend to tell people, oh, fashion blogging or becoming a fashion blogger, they tend to like put me in the same category as like a stylist or something like that. And I like to tell people I'm not necessarily a stylist because I don't put people in the garments. I just talk about the garments. I talk about the people who create the garments, and I just give my a point of view or like my review on it. Kind of like everybody that does like the TikTok reviews and things like that. That's kind of how I see myself. And I like talking more about those details rather than putting people in the pieces, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Well, oftentimes the dreams we dream as children isn't always the outcome as adults, right? Was fashion and being a reality TV star always the dream? And if not, what was the original plan for you?
That's such a good question, right? My childhood dream, I wanted to be like Beyonce. I want to be a singer. I want to be, a performer, stuff like that. But I can't sing. I can't rap. I can write. I can write now. I can write, but not a singer or an entertainer and things like that. And growing up, in the beginning stages of reality TV, I always was fascinated with like some of the icons that are on TV. And I know like a lot of people always be like, oh, he want to be me, he want to be New York, he want to be all of these people. Well, my thing is like, if you looked at them on TV and you were gagged and gooped by everything that they said, wouldn't you want to pick up like those mannerisms like those people as well? And when it came to having the opportunity of joining Chasing Dallas and the Chasing family, did I necessarily like have to, channel those people to like be on that show? Absolutely. I'm not going to sit right here and lie and say, no, I'm just myself. I'm a mixture of everybody, all the reality TV icons that you see before you today. I feel like that's who I am as a person, but that's my personality as well. So it's not like I'm like when the camera is on, like I'm trying to be anyone or anything but myself. But I feel like when I am doing reality TV, I am like a mixture of all of these people in one, but I'm still myself in a way.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say I've seen you on there, and I feel like there are some people who I watch, and they're really put on, you know, and the whole thing and how they are on the show is green screen.
Yeah.
You know, everything that they do, how they're funny, is on a green screen. It's never like with the actual scene. So
Right.
I will say that,
And I
I
feel
don't.
like it's the opposite
Yeah,
for me because my green screens, I'm like very like mellow, like chill.
yeah,
And it's like when the camera is on, like, because I'm in like the spur of the moment. And like, you know,
yeah,
when you're doing your green screens, this didn't happen months ago. So it's like you trying to channel in back to like what happened, things
yeah,
like that. And I'm like, oh, you know, that did happen. Like, I forgot.
right.
And like in the moment, yeah, and
Is
then
it
in
like
the
a
moment
moment of
of,
like,
I'm just
I'll let
like
this
rah
shit
rah
go?
rah. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think, like, I feel like you don't rehearse.
yeah, no.
But you are a reality TV star as a cast member of Chasing Realities, Chasing Dallas. What was that experience like for you, and why, in the end, reality TV? Is there something you want to promote? What is the driving force behind going on
Um,
here?
like I said, I had just moved to Dallas. Literally, it was like a God's prayer type of thing. I had literally moved to Dallas, I think, like in a month of like that particular season being casted,
Mm.
and one of my friends had sent it to me. They was like, "You literally just moved here. I think that you would do great on here. Like, this is a whole new start. A lot of people can open up to you, know you in Dallas, as well as your friends back home in Atlanta. They'll be shocked that you even did that because I'm not the type of person that's, super social media that's going to post each and everything. Like, if I'm out and about, then yes, I may post that, but I'm not going to necessarily post myself in the day in the life of myself on a day-to-day basis. And just doing it show, it
Right.
allowed me to open up just a little bit more to, everybody, and being able to take feedback from the harshest community, my LGBTQ community. And it's like, and I take it like with a grain of salt. Like, I don't take it and I'm like mad at anybody for whatever they say because they have their opinions, and I sometimes be needing to hear that myself. So it was just like a spur of the moment thing, and I was like, God, if this for me, let it be for me, but let it be for me in a way that it's going to grow me to a different like area that I'm not tapping into for myself personally. And I don't want to be on here, belittling anybody, making anybody feel less than themselves, or embarrassing myself or my family, or anything like super duper crazy.
Do you feel like you've been embraced or welcomed truly?
To Dallas,
Um, well, to the, I guess, the
Yes,
community.
that too.
to the community, um, that's a good question. I say it depends, like on like if I'm talking about like some of the other like social media, like people within the community, yes and no. Like
Mm.
some of them openly embrace me, and then like some, they still be like, oh, you not on my level, but
Mm.
congrats to you being in the same room with me. And it's like I tell
That's
people whether I was on
weird though.
this,
Why
yeah,
could,
and
how could you be in the same room but not on the level?
I know, right? And I always like to tell people, like I tell people on the show, whether I was on the show or not, I'm still like, let's talk the facts, and the facts is right here in the pudding. I am in my mid-20s. I have multiple degrees. I stay by myself. I have a very good salary job. So even if I wasn't on
Well,
reality TV,
well,
I still have the chance and opportunity to retire before I'm 40,
Ooh,
while y'all are still working to get to a place where you can be
well,
able to retire. So I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm still good. And I can still walk in these rooms as a sponsor, as a donor, as so many other things, rather than trying to be an artist or, someone with creativity. Because I can't dance, I can't sing, I can't rap, I can't draw, but I'm very, very good with my mind and my brain.
Okay,
So
you said retire before 40 now. What kind of job you got? Because even the FBI don't do that.
well, let's just say I match my 401k really well. So
Okay. It matches, right? You got the match percentages. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Shawn, in one of the Chasing Dallas episodes, you got into it with Lorde, where it seems like he was challenging your manhood by seemingly, as fans have stated, trying to prove his manhood. What are your thoughts on masculine men in the community trying to be over masculine by being aggressive and feeling like anyone with feminine mannerisms are less than?
Like I tell people when we was having this conversation last season, when it comes to, this masculine feminine thing, I feel like, masculine men always get the praise and always get, they're like it's like a food chain when it comes to the LGBTQ community. And I feel like mass men just kind of sit at the top of the food chain. And then when it comes to feminine traits, it's like, okay, you have a butch queen that's feminine, or you have a mask presenting man. So like, let's just say he looks masked or he dressed masked, but he's butch queen or he's feminine down, personality wise. So, that's when like the levels of the food chain go down and down and down to the point where you're just like a full like femme queen. And then that's where you like get like no respect. I think you see that when it comes to, friendships, when it comes to sexual relationships, so on and so forth. And I like to tell people when it comes to that, it took a lot of growing for me to see what type of person I am, but also the type of person I want to look at as a partner. And when it comes to like mask or film, I look at more of like the personal like connection, like how I can personally connect with that person rather than them being like super masculine or super feminine. Because at the end of the day, does it really matter in, a person like character or traits? Like it really doesn't. Right. And as you can see in that last season, it was the mass presenting men that was having so much to say and bickering and arguing and saying what they was going to do, but they didn't stand on business. So
but I think that's so crazy to me because if you look at history when it comes to the community, it's the trans community and the feminine men, gay men, that have really like kind of shaped and like influenced the culture, especially in the culture we live in today when it comes to like TV, media, music. So I just think to feel like you're at the top of the food chain is crazy to me.
Right, and it's I'm so glad you said that. It is, some of the feminine men that puts them there, and it's like, damn, and it's the same thing like with the tops and bottoms thing, and like how people love to, in my opinion, I feel like glorify tops because they feel like that's a rare breed or whatever, and I feel like, in my opinion, again, that everyone is averse in my head. I feel like when you're in a deep, serious, committed relationship, if your man said he wants you to, eat eggs, do this, you're gonna do it because that's your man. And if you ain't gonna do it, he gonna go get it from somebody else anyways. So like, what does that make him? So that's why I'm like, for bottoms need to stop putting themselves at the bottom of the totem pole. If anything, they need to put themselves at the top because you have to go through all this preparation. You have to go on these diets. You got to do all of this preparing before you have sex. And that's just a no-go. If I have to do X, Y, and Z to take dick, and you mean to tell me, you're going to tell me when I'm going to take it, at what time, and I need to be prepared, and I need to eat this to prepare for you. Clearly, I'm the prize, and you need to be chasing after me because you don't have to do nothing but just whip it out and stick it in. Like, what in the hell? But the thing is again, who gives them that type of, like, willpower to make those decisions?
Okay. No,
agreed.
No,
but that's my opinion, though.
That was a lot.
That's just how I feel about it. And I feel like I'm one of those like alpha, like burst men that believes like I'm gonna go for what I know, and I'm gonna stand on what I believe in, unless you can prove to me otherwise. That can change my perspective on it. because I feel like I put out so much in a relationship, so much in a friendship as a person. And for me to not get that type of energy reciprocated, and you think I'm about to do all of this to win you, then you're crazy. Like, that's not finna happen. Yeah.
You're nuts.
Wild.
Okay. Well, look, we know that the premise of the show, Chasing Dallas, is to show the cast chasing their dreams, but you can't have a show without at least a little drama, because naturally everyone just isn't going to mesh.
Nah.
So if you had the choice of who wouldn't come back next season, or if you would swap them with another from Atlanta or LA, who would it be and why?
I think now that the space that I'm in, because if you would have asked me this months ago, I would have had an answer super fast.
I want both.
But it's like now that the space that I'm in, it's like I really genuinely like everybody on, my cast for my season. Like they brought some type of different flair that you could tell. And I don't know, am I just saying this because I was on the season, but as a watcher and as a viewer, because I had to go back and watch it, everybody was hungry for something last season. Whether it was more camera time, whether it was to have intentional reads, whether it was to have a moment. Everybody was hungry for something. And as a dynamic cast, it went and it was so good.
The thirstiest.
Um, like thirsty for men. I think that
No. Like who's the
No.
thirsty for success.
Or to be the star of the show.
That's hard to say.
Okay.
Because I think everybody was so
there's
hungry.
No one who you said,
like,
okay,
I was hungry for a goal and I achieved it. I think that, Styles by Howard, Trey Howard, he was hungry for a goal. And look at him. He's styling Angela White and Brittany Renner in LA. So he's not even in Dallas right now. Dre was hungry for something and he was fed, I think. So, it's so many things that people was hungry for. Like Ted Lee was hungry for something clearly because he been friends with, George before he even got on the show. And now he's on the show and, he's doing his thing too. So I think that everybody was hungry for something. Even Kiki. Kiki's now an icon in the Kiki ballroom scene. So everybody got something that they wanted from last season.
Right. Well, we are officially in the fall and winter season. So, as a fashion enthusiast, what are 5 items that you think everyone should have? I think that
everybody must have. Now, I'm tapping more into like accessories and jewelry. I think that everyone needs like at least like a silver and gold necklace and also like a silver and like gold bracelet just to kind of like accessorize and play with like on top of the clothes that you have, because I feel like jewelry kind of brings out more on a person. Like you see like what I have on right now, like I have on just like a regular cross necklace. You see how it's going down into my chest. It's making you look at my face, but you also looking down here too. Like that's one thing. I always say the second thing is you can interact with a person by sight, right? But let's just say you don't have all of your 5 senses, right? But you have your sense of smell. You're going to know whether or not you want to interact with that person by how they smell, right? Correct. So you want to make sure that they're clean. But it ain't nothing like a man that smells like some good, rich cologne. I feel like cologne or parfums or perfumes, it's essential when it comes to a man for me. Because if you want to get my attention, if you really want to like swoon me or court me, you smelling good, you can say anything.
Right.
And I'm gonna probably give you my Instagram, my number, whatever, if you know it, if you know what you're talking about.
Okay, so now I like the smell of blood, clearly. But what's a perfume or perfume that is gonna get you hot and bothered, as you said?
Well, see, it's so crazy that you mentioned it, and I was gonna tell y'all anyway.
Like you getting
I'm actually launching 2 unisex perfumes in January, and those are going to be my favorites for the fall. One is a more like sweet, soft vanilla fragrance, and then the other one is a more musky oud scent. The names is Pourquoi and Medallion. They will be out and launched on my website in January. So,
okay, well, look at that. We got the exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be the 2 cents. I'm gonna make sure I give y'all both.
It's something about the word.
You know, right? That's what I thought too when I thought of the name. I was like, what am I gonna name these? And I was like, pourquoi? They was like, what does it mean? I was like, it sounds like pussy. It sounds like cunt. So I was like, pourquoi? So yeah.
Have a meaning? Because I don't know.
No.
Okay. It's something.
It just sounds so interesting.
It's something you made up. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. So which one's the musky one?
Huh?
Musky is the.
It's Medallion.
Medallion. Okay.
So I was thinking like it sounds like medallion, but
right.
But Medallion.
Okay.
I can't wait to get some so I can say
sending us some. So I'm very.
Yes, I will. And I want y'all honest reviews. I want y'all honest reactions because you know in like the whole like fashion and beauty thing, you never hear someone say that they're coming up with their own scent. Now you see Beyonce and you see all of the top tier celebrities doing it now, but you don't see anyone coming fresh out the gate doing that because that's not something that's regular for someone that would do that.
And
so to me,
I like that for you because I think that aesthetic is going to be good for you because I don't know, something about you gives me that. So I can't wait to see what
yes. If you've ever been around me or if you ever met me in person or even if you ask someone around me, they will always say, Shawn smells so good. It's like he leave the room and you still smell his scent. And I don't even have to put on that much. So yes, that's the best.
That's like the
compliment
best
to me.
compliment
Pretty smile, nice skin, and he smell good. I don't care if you talk about what I wear, but if I have all of those, clearly I'm a fine chocolate man, and thank you. That's all that needs to be said.
Okay, so what's number 3 on your list?
Number 3, I feel like you always have to have like a flannel or like a jacket, like your go-to jacket or your go-to flannel. Because when it's cold and when it's 32 degrees or 42 degrees, like how it is here in Dallas right now, you're not about to literally, and you're going to work, you're not about to try and like style and profile 5 days a week unless you're just like one of those girlies. You're going to want to have something that's go-to, that's comfy, that's going to keep you warm while you're in your car, waiting for your car to heat up. X, Y, and Z. You need to have one that is like your go-to. It can be black, white, whatever color you like, but you got to have that one that you're going to wear for the fall, winter season. Because after that fall and winter season, you're going to probably put it in the closet, hang it up, or you might throw it away, whatever the case may be.
Now, should someone go for the red and black always, or should they try to switch it up this year?
I feel like with me, I don't wear a lot of red. That's so crazy. I'm more of a black. If it ain't black, it's whack to me. I just love black. Everything black. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see me in something black. So I just love black. Oh yeah.
So we wore the right color tonight.
The right color. You see, I got orange and black on just because it made my skin pop a little bit. But I love black.
You get it right.
Yeah, right.
You're stupid.
Right.
So we got a nice hanging chain, a perfume, flannel, and what else?
2 more. I always like a comfy boot or snow boot or whatever the case may be. My go-to is like the little tie lace up Uggs. They're comfy, or even like the house shoe ones now, like the ones you just slip your feet in. I think that those are like super like go-to because I wear them throughout the whole. I wear them without it even being cold outside, just to cover up my toes when they're not done. And then my last one would be what's the go-to I wear in like the winter or fall? I really don't wear gloves a lot, only because it'd be hard to like text and be on your phone with gloves. But depending on how cold it gets, I will wear a hat for sure, like a beanie, or not really like baseball caps, but what do they call them? The ones that you kind of like wear around your head to kind of like keep the top of your ears
Like,
warm.
okay, I get you.
I wear that too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like a beanie or like a skull cap. What they
But it
got?
looks
Y'all
like
know I'm country now. Y'all
Yeah,
know I'm
skull
country, so I'm like a
cap.
skull cap. I think that's what they call it.
Wait, speaking of you being country, him up here, he was like, "Oh, I can't wait to get him on the show," because before I met you, he would always say, "You remind me of Shawn because I'm country too, like my dialect." And
Yeah, because you know the people say that we
saying.
have speech impediments because we speak slow, and I'm like,
I
look, I'm
don't.
from Atlanta, Georgia. Like I'm going to articulate my words because I don't want to talk too fast, and then I'll be like, what did you say? And then I'll be like, exactly. Like, so that's why I'm over here trying to talk slow so you can understand everything that I'm
Right.
saying because I already have this accent and I'm country.
Right.
Well, Shawn, thank you for coming on the Pink Clubhouse. Thank you for your 5 must-haves of the winter. Can you tell us where the people can reach you? And you've already said you have 2 perfumes coming out. Can you give us a date or?
Right now it's going to be I'm shooting for the middle of January.
Okay.
I have the scents. I'm like talking to my manufacturers for the bottles. The bottles is going to be everything as well.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely the middle of January. I'm super excited for that. I can't wait for everyone to get a whiff of that. I'm definitely going to be sending out PR packages to the people who, especially to y'all, and the people who I want to get some real good reviews on. So I'm super excited for that.
Okay, I'm very excited. And is Chase Dallas coming back?
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Is Chase Dallas coming back? I don't know. We'll see.
Well then.
Well, we hope to
I
see you
can't
on
wait
there.
to be seen.
You
But, for the people, thank y'all so much for having me on the Pink Clubhouse. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
If y'all don't follow me already, make sure you follow me at Shawn Lorde. I also have my blog, www.houseofdelord.com. Be sure to click the link, subscribe on there, or click on my page on my link tree. Everything is on there. And for the girlies that's not tuning into my family, Chasing Atlanta, make sure you tune into that every Wednesday at 8 p.m. or 8-ish. We be going through, but they doing a big one over there too. And definitely make sure you go support my sisters and my brothers because they doing a thing.
And you doing like a review too, right? Of that?
Oh yes, and I do. Oh yeah, thank you. Look, I be forgetting, and I do reviews on my Chasing Atlanta on Thursdays.
Okay. Thank you, Shawn.
All right, thank y'all.
Again.
Bye.
Thanks for coming through. Bye.
I want to smell like musk.
First of all, I can't wait till I'm wearing it
And I'm going to say, pourquoi? I'm wearing Medellin. Oh.
It's Mayor's Daily, y'all. Oh my God, you're hilarious.